Hello, friends who I have yet to meet. My name is Mr. Linguini, and I've got something special to talk about today. A new way to approach initiative in your tabletop role-playing games. Random initiative. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I love saying the phrase, roll for initiative, followed by an awkward 5 minutes of rolling, mental math, calling out numbers, asking them to repeat because they talked over each other. Wait, who has higher than 15? Yes, a 15 counts. Oh, there's a tie. Hang on, dexterity roll-off? And I totally feel you. Despite the occasional difficulties, there is great power in saying roll for initiative that can hardly be replaced. But, and it's a big but, a random initiative system offers two distinct advantages that have made my games more enjoyable. First, it's an easier setup. The method I'm going to show you is so mind-numbingly simple that you can go from role-playing to fighting in seconds. Second, it helps to bolster the idea that fighting is chaos. You don't necessarily know what's going to happen next. Here's how we do it. With the help of our friends at WeirdWorks, makers of all sorts of dynamic RPG accessories, we have cards that represent each of the major classes. I'll take one for each of my players. Now I simply need to add in one card for each enemy type, assuming you want all enemies of the same type to act on the same initiative. For the Clark fight from Phandelver, I'll have one card for my goblins, one for my bugbear, and one for his pet dog, Ripper. Add those to your player cards and voila! You now have an initiative deck. Give these good cards a healthy shuffle and you're ready to start drawing characters. Whoever comes up first begins the combat, and play continues as you go through the entire deck. Once you've made it through a round, remove any cards that are no longer in the fight because, they're dead, and shuffle again. That's right, the order changes between rounds. Now players will have no idea who comes next, and this adds to the excitement and chaos of a combat encounter. But, Mr. Lasagna, you say angrily, my character is optimized for dexterity, and this is a very blatant nerf of my battle potential. First off, it's Mr. Linguini, so get it right. Next, here's a minor solution for that. If a character has advantage on initiative, or the alert feat or something, they get 2 cards in the initiative deck. They get to decide which card they act on when they are pulled. One more tip for running this style of initiative. If you want your players to at least have a moment to consider their next action, consider allowing the players to know one card into the future. For example, you might say, next in the order is the Druid. Sorcerer, you're on deck. Pun 100% intended! If you're somebody who is like me, then you love having props and items to enhance your tabletop role-playing games. I've got an actual deck of many things, some physical items to track spell slots and bardic inspiration, etc. Having a deck tailored to this rapid-paced, wild initiative is such a gift. Seriously, to find out more about this beautiful deck, check out the Adventurer'S Tarot, Empress Edition, available soon at weird.works. This deck can be used as an initiative system, like I showed you, as a magic item in your campaign, like a less severe deck of many things, and even as the main spellcasting component for an original class, the Wild Oracle, which I have playtested and will gush about in a separate video. Well, that's it, urchins. Does it sound like fun? Give it a try and tell me if it worked for your group. Have a different way you run combat and initiative at your table? Well, comment below and teach me, senpai. This has been D&D and Thee, unless I change the name by the time I post this, in which case, something else. Bye!